Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Multicultural Affair. I am Saleha Singh, and joining me tonight on my program is Afshan Mantoo, the founder of the Muslim Women's Council of Victoria. Welcome to the show, Afshan, and thank you
Thank you,
for coming.
Salia. Thank you for having me here on your show.
It's a pleasure. So, before we start, can you tell us something about yourself, please?
Well, I'm a mother of four children. We came to Australia I was born in Kashmir, and then my father decided that he was an orthopedic surgeon, and so he decided he'd come to Australia. So just finished my primary school in England. This was in the sort of late 70s, and then we came here, and so we landed up in Sydney. But I didn't realize where we were going to live or where we were going to go. I really missed London, and it was
I'm sure, yes.
coming. It's a shocking that it was a big shock, coming from London to Australia at that time. It was a bit of a difference. So anyway, so my father decided that he'll open up his practice. He was, really wanted because there was that time there was a lot of shortage of orthopedic surgeons. So we landed him in Albury, the border of
From
New
London
South
to
Wales,
Albury. Yes. Okay.
on the border town, Victoria, New South Wales.
Yes.
So for 6 months, I think I cried. I sort of just wanted to go back to London because it was just, 12 o'clock, all the shops were shut. And of course, being a country town, everybody knew everyone sort of, and so we used to sort of go to each other's house. And then, of course, my father sort of, he just wanted to sort of keep up with this sort of culture. So he found Indian doctors. They were mainly from South. So they were sort of all over the country area. So they sort of became our family. We'd sort of go on the weekends to their place, and but still, I hated Australia. I was just very lonesome,
Oh,
but it was hard. But finally, made friends and went to school. So once I finished school, then my parents decided that I was the only child, and I thought my father decided that we should get her married. So we went back home and got me married straight after VCE. So and then
very young. Yes.
very young. And
Yes.
so after that, then we moved to Melbourne, and then I had my kids. I went to university while I was pregnant as well. So did my teacher's training while I had two or three kids. And then the fourth one came as well. So then my husband was working in Qantas that time. We used to travel a lot. But while my kids were young, I just thought that, I think I should sort of get involved with the community. So I came to sort of know a lot of domestic violence and, people who are sort of in domestic violence and everything. So that time, Islamic Council of Victoria was very small. It just started up. So then we decided that we will. So there was not Islamic Council in Jeffcott Street at the moment. That's where it is now. We went to Preston Mosque, and then I met a few other women. And then there was a need for something to set up with domestic violence. So we ended up in, I think it was Migrant Resource Center in Preston, and where I met a few people there. And then we sort of started, started the conversation and said, look, there's a need. Then we started the Islamic Women's Welfare Council of Victoria. So it was a welfare organization and for women with domestic violence, and we had quite a few refuge as well, and we'd sort of counsel them as well, and also they would then also the imams, we sort of had a lot to do with Preston Mosque, especially Sheikh family who's passed away now. But he was wonderful. He was working with us. So, yeah, so it became very big, and we had quite a few refuge homes actually for our women. So, which was really good. I was, involved, and sometimes actually, well, most of the time, I used to help. I used to really get personally involved with the women, and sometimes I'd bring them even home. And my, husband would always say, "Oh my God, we better be careful." Predominantly they were Arabs, and so I'd get all these calls in Arabic, abuse and everything
Whoa.
else. Yes, yes, yes. And the kids were young. I'd carry one sort of a little basket, this little capsule on one hand and hold the other kids and come along to the meetings and all this. So I got heavily involved. And so that was good. And it was good in a way that it was a learning experience for me. And so it was good. then finally I sort of got involved too much. So then I thought it's time to move back because my kids were growing up, in their teens as well. And so I sort of moved back a bit, and I thought, okay, let others sort of take over. So then I did move back, and sometimes my kids would say, "Mom, can we be a normal family?" So poor things. So then I just couldn't, stand still. So then I thought, okay, let me sort of create an organization which sort of has more to do with like fun and empowerment of women rather than domestic violence.
Yes.
So we did that, and we called it the Islamic Girls Women Group. And that time there were no, I mean, especially our women, especially from subcontinent, and well, Muslims generally. And so there was no swimming pool for them and everything. There was no recreation, nothing at all. So I pushed for that. And no, before the swimming pool, actually, I opened a kindergarten, a Muslim kindergarten, so where we could help our children, especially because the food and everything, the culture and everything. So that was open. Then after that, then I sort of, we helped to open Muslim, just for ladies, swimming pools and everything. So that was really good. And that
And so
helps.
this was for the Arabs or just
This was
general
for the
Muslim
just
women from
women
everywhere?
who just wanted
Yes.
to be, whether you were Muslim or non-Muslim, who just wanted to,
Yes. Just women
receive.
in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
But of course, I sort of, I had to sort of highlight it. It was the Muslim woman who needed to be
Of course.
isolated from
Yes.
because of the religion. So that was good. And we were given the Brunswick baths here, and then the Coburg, and also in Reservoir. So we had quite a few, pools. So actually, our organization did set up for the women's recreation, so having the pools and everything. And then after that, we decided that, and then interfaith as well. So we
Yes.
started the first iftar in Australia, in Melbourne,
Oh,
actually. Yes, we
wow.
did.
When was this?
And this was, I don't have the time now. I think it was back in the, something in the 90s. I've got the
Wow.
newspaper
Okay.
article. It's been a long time now, so I
You
forgot.
must share it with me. I'll
Yes, I
share it
will.
with
I
my
will.
viewers.
I
Yes.
will. And so then we had the first iftar. We had the Jewish, the Jewish, the Christians, and all over from India, from Hindus, Sikhs, and everyone. It was wonderful. And the first iftar, I still remember, we actually donated everybody a Holy Quran. It was written in English, and they were fascinated. They wanted to read what it was all about. So that was it. So we've done quite a few work over the years, and then we had camps for the girls, and we've had actually 2 scholarships given in the Melbourne Girls Grammar.
Okay.
So yes, so for the 2 refugee families, so that was wonderful. And then I was on the board at the Victoria University. So I was, when this was to basically to help our community, empowerment of women through education. It's very important. And
Absolutely.
it's absolute, And so what I did was then we sort of, with the Victoria University, we sort of helped the children to get into a course, and then we would sort of help them. We'd have mentors for them who'd help them with the assignments and everything like that. So which is good, especially people from Middle East. They sort of tend to get the children married very young, and then they miss out on the
Even
education.
now?
Even now as well. So this was what we're trying to do. We're sort of trying to, promote empowerment of women through education and professional development and respect for culture and diversity.
Absolutely.
And this is important, and sort of have some sort of a belonging. And there were some lovely stories. We had actually one girl. She was a soccer player. I think she was the first. They had about altogether, I think there were about 8 in the family. I think she was the first one
Wow.
who actually, got herself education. So she became a PE teacher. So that was wonderful. Then there was another one. Her name was Shahida Bakur, and she did a web design. And now she's making, minting money, and which is really good. It's good to see that people have sort
Of course.
achieved something through us. So since then, I've sort of got fully involved with our organization. So, which is, we're doing a lot of things, and we did a big, we actually got Muhammad Ali. He's a graffiti artist from London. And we did, I think it was in near where the Parliament is.
Spring
Spencer
Street.
Street. Yeah, Spring Street.
Spring
There's a
Street. Yep.
small, yeah, Spring Street. There's a little alleyway. So we did the artists with our girls and everything. It was wonderful. And they told their stories, what it was like to be an Australian living in Australia. And we called the art project was called Crooked Rib. And it was their experience. The girls, they were born here, brought up here, and what it meant for them to be a Muslim, to express themselves through some kind of art. So they did that. And then we used to go to Shepparton as well and, give some lessons on religion as well. We had a lot of interfaith dialogues as well, which is really good because you're just trying to break down the misconceptions of Islam as well. That's important. And so now with all this work, all the work that we've done, and then there was COVID came into our lives
Yes.
and everything changed.
Unfortunately. Yes,
Unfortunately, 2020 has been a hard year for everyone.
it has.
It's very hard. So then I told the committee, I said, look, why don't we do this? And they thought I was crazy. They thought I'd lost my mind. I said, no, because the thing is, there are people struggling. And I heard a lot of people, students not having enough meals, they lost their jobs and everything. And I thought instead of becoming insane, let's do something. Let's reach out there. Everybody was sort of a bit sort of scared and frightened. But honestly and truly, Sanya, I don't know how the doors opened and how everybody got involved and, everyone wanted to do something. So since
So,
then,
do you
since
want
the
to just
lockdown,
tell our viewers what exactly you're doing, Afshan? Because
okay, that's
I know
fine.
what you're
Yeah,
doing and it's
yeah,
amazing work,
yeah.
but yes.
Oh, thank you. So basically, this what we decided. Then we told the committee we're going to do this. So basically, we decided that we will distribute meals. We'll cook every Friday. We'll start with Friday, and then people can come. So when we started, and it was hard, and we so basically we did we cooked about, I think we cooked about the first time, I think 50 or 60 meals. And so we cook in the morning, like we go to we've been given a kitchen by Coburg Moreland Council here. And so we go to the kitchen and we had some few volunteers. So we started cooking, we got the ingredients. And so we cooked about 40 or 60 people. But only 40 people came and we sort of saying, oh, what's going on? Is it worth, And so the next day, it just got 80, then 100, then just
Whoa.
grew and grew. And now we're sort of doing meals at about 300 meals each
On a
Friday,
Friday.
every Friday. But not only meals, we also give them grocery packs, which consists of, because most of them are from subcontinent, so they love their rice and rotis. So it's 10 kilos of rice, 10 kilos of atta, sugar, oil, spices, lentils, and tea and biscuits and other knickknacks as well. Um, and then we added more stuff, like we add, 2 liters of milk, fresh milk, and if fruit and veg, and yogurts, and something for the kids as well. And we also bake as well. So we're expanding. I mean, so far we've actually distributed 10,000 meals. So
Wow.
which is we feel
Since
very proud of.
March?
Yeah, yes, yeah. So
Wow.
we feel very proud of ourselves.
It's
So which
amazing
is really
work.
good. It
Yes.
is. It is. It is. We've achieved this, milestone. So which is really great. And we still want to keep doing. We've sort of said to ourselves that we'll keep up till January, see how we go, and then and then we'll sort of reflect and see how we go and whether we keep on going or whether we'll do something permanently. So that's what
So,
we're doing at the moment.
Afshan, you're a celebrity of sorts. You've been written about in the media, you've been interviewed by SBS Urdu. So, where to from now? From here, where to?
Yes, yes. So yeah, well, as I said, from here now, what we're going to do is actually, I have a dream, I have a vision, because when I see all the people with disability and everything, and I was actually teaching recently, not yeah, actually, yeah, last year, I was teaching these people with disability, sort of simple cooking. I love cooking. It's my hobby. And it was just lovely, I thought, it'd be lovely to have some sort of a restaurant where they could be employed and they could sort of feel that they belong. So that's the aim. Have a restaurant where people with disability and people, refugees or new migrants, will come and they'll be employed there, and they will cook for some different cooking. It'll be completely different, and not only that, just have a restaurant just will cook. And who I want it sort of be let it be a youth sort of hub for the young ones to come and discuss over different topics, or even networking with
Yes.
people. And so this is where we would like to go. This is what we're aiming for now. So give up all our career. Well, give up my career in every way, because I used to work with I did the law degree. That was I did when my kids were older. Then I finished law as well. Then I was working with my husband, and now I think everything's going to come. I think this is my way
This
forward.
is your
I want to
calling.
help people. Yeah. So this is now just leave my profession and everything aside. I think now this is what I would like to sort of go towards, move forward.
But it's not just going to be a restaurant. It is going to be much bigger than that. That's what your vision is, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the thing is, I want young people to come there and sort of, it's their, it'll be their hub. What do you?
Yes,
This is what I would like to ask them. What do you want? Or it could be even the meeting point, or have discussions, or anything like that. And networking and people like, especially new migrants. Yeah, I know they come here. There's so much information. They're overwhelmed with so much information, so much pamphlets. But we're not going to give them any pamphlets at all. So it's just, talking to them, where to go, give them a direction, And some families, they come, they don't even know where the halal shops are. So this is
absolutely.
important. Yeah. So it's just a sort of a dropping point, and you can also enjoy a cup of tea. And also there'll be one day, it'll be a free food for all. No one has to pay. They just come and, feel belonging there. And then we'll still distribute the food to homeless, or people who are struggling, or people who are on different visas categories. So we'll still help those people. I mean, I see at the moment, the way I look at it with this COVID, it's going to be, the time's going to be very tough. It's going
Of
to get
course.
worse. This is what I think. So this is what my vision is at the moment. So go forward. Let's open up this cafe and just, be a sort of like a drop-in center.
Thank you, Afshan. Um, you need you need assistance. You need volunteers for your vision to make it work for the community. Um, you work with women, and women are going through a really tough time, whether it's family violence, whether it's just mental health issues, anything else. What would you like to share?
Well, as I said, with our organization, we used to reach out, and we used to sort of educate new migrants about the laws of this country. I would love to have extra lawyers, coming and sort of offering their help. We do have another organization called Muslim Legal Service. That would be really good. And then, having even one night that we used to give free legal advice to people in need. It doesn't matter whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim. It's about reaching out, helping out people. Even
Absolutely.
when we started this free Friday meal, and they would ring us up and they said, "But we're not Muslims." We laughed. We said, "It's not about being a Muslim. It's about Muslim women doing something, showing that we care. Because always sort of this negativity out there. It's either we're terrorists, or we're backward, or
Yes.
this and that. So this is just to break these images of and promote a positive image of Islam as well. So yes, we'd love some lawyers on board. That'd be really good. If there's some out there listening, please call upon us, and we'd love your help, and it'd be
And
really
I'll share your
more than
website.
merrier.
And yes, I'll share
Yeah,
your website and your contact details. Yes,
that'd
your
be
website
great.
will have all your contact details, how to get in touch.
There is. You can still get in touch, but it hasn't been updated because it was recently, hacked, and it gets now and then hacked because the name Islam, Muslim Women's,
Of
and
course.
so Facebook is very active, so that hasn't so far, thank God, fingers crossed, that hasn't been hacked yet. So that'd be good. And also, doctors, again, talking about health issues. There's so many health issues as well. And especially for our kids, I mean, now with the COVID, mental health, it's on the rise. And unfortunately, with our community, we don't like to talk about it. It's taboo,
Yes.
hidden under the carpet. You don't talk about your child has got sickness or something. No, we don't mention that. And so this is important. I don't want to call it a mental health or anything like that. So we have to sort of be careful how we use the word. So we want the parents to listen as well as the children. How do you sort of identify your child? They have a problem, because sometimes we don't. We just think it's just a part of growing up, and we sort of sometimes delude it. But there is a problem. We've got to look into it, and especially with COVID, it's mental health is on the rise, unfortunately. So
Absolutely. Yes.
yes, so if there are doctors out there, we'd love you to come and speak at a of course, at the moment everything is Zoom. That'd be great on our Facebook page. We'd love to sort of reach out to people and help. That'd be really good. So I'd love your input as well, and working together. That'd be great.
And if someone wants to contribute, how do they do that?
Well, it depends. What do they want? Do they want to donate, or do they want to just come as a speaker? People, most of them. Well, if you want to contribute, if you want to donate, you can go on our Facebook page. There is that's the first you'll see is our bank details and everything else there. That'd be great.
So can you just repeat your Facebook page name so that people listening can find you?
Sure. It's called Muslim Women's Council of Victoria.
Yep, Muslim Women's Council of Victoria.
That's right. Or otherwise, I can give you numbers as well. You can call Samina. She's our secretary as well. So
Yes.
0449798.
Sorry, I missed you there. 044
9.
Yes.
798.
798
820.
820. I'll just repeat that. 044 978 8802.
Sorry, 798820.
Yep. 0449 798820.
Correct.
Not 02.
Correct, yeah. Or they can even contact me as well. So, I mean, once you contact our Facebook page or the website and just send us an email, we'd be delighted to get back to you straight away.
I'm sure. I will share this when I'm sharing your interview. I mean, I can see people are watching live, and I'm sure, there are people who are going to watch tomorrow and day after, and I will share it widely, and I'm sure you will get something. What else would you like to share with the community, Afshan?
Well, look, I'd like everybody to think, we are blessed. We've got a roof over our head. Think about those people, especially, it is sad. I mean, I'm honestly listening to so many sad stories. There are international students. I mean, they don't have family here. And they're really struggling. They're trying to pay the uni fees, and they're trying to, have rent as well. At the moment, there are about 4, 5, 6 students, stay in one room. It's very hard for them to afford anything. And so please, reach out to these people. Just try and help them. I'm not just saying you can just donate to us, but no, you can do it yourself as well. If you know any international student, please reach out to them. Ask them if they need anything. And there are quite a few, and also refugee families. They're here on a visa. They have nothing. Now, I'll share this story about this family. So he came here from, I think he's from Afghanistan. He came here as a cricketer player. He was sponsored. And then the COVID, of course, hit in, and he was stuck in the country. He couldn't go back. So next thing, his wife is pregnant, and they've got 2 young kids, and no money whatsoever, no job, nothing. Luckily, they'd already a flat, which they was given by the company who had sponsored them. But now they're not going to pay them. They said, look, at the moment, we can't pay you. So they were stranded. So they had nothing. And the lady is pregnant. She didn't even have food for 2 days. So these are the stories. It's devastating out there. So then we were contacted, and then we sort of, we helped them. So now, thank God, they're very happy with what they've got so far. So it's just, reaching out. Please reach out to people, because it's a tough time at the moment. It's really sad.
It is. And who knows when the lockdown is going to get over.
Exactly.
There's a long summer ahead. Yes.
It is. And as I said, things are going to get worse, because now, most of the people are out of job as well. And it's hard. I mean, at the moment, our organization just helping those who don't get anything from Centrelink, so from the government here, really. So basically, it's just people with different kind of visas here. So they're stranded, and it's hard.
It is.
It is.
We hope everything becomes okay, inshallah.
Yes, I hope so, inshallah. And the other good story was that there's an elderly couple, and so they came here again. They're on some sort of a visa which doesn't allow them any government assistance. And but I found out she is a tailor. She was a tailor back home, so we
Oh,
gave her the machine, and she's going to start sewing. So please, I would urge you guys, contact me if you need any, shalwar kameez sewn
yes,
or
I will contact
anything.
you. Yes.
Yes, please. And that would be really great. See, we've sort of, helping people to sustain themselves, not just giving them just food and that. So we're trying in every way, whatever we can.
So
So
you're
at the moment,
empowering them.
yeah, we have to. We have to. Otherwise, I mean, how long is it going to be that, they're just going to depend on just a little bit of food? They need to establish themselves, stand up on their own 2 feet. So that's important.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Anything else you would like to share, Afshan?
No, just thank you for listening. And, it's been lovely, very lovely of you to invite me to your show. And it'd be lovely if people can reach out and please come and contribute and, come and help us. It'd be really good. As I said, we're a group of all of us are very professional women, and we, dedicate our time, and we're passionate about what we do, all of us. So, which is really good.
Thank you, Afshan. Thank you so much for coming to the show. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm so amazed at the work that you do. I'm going to share this with all my friends, and I hope somebody will do. And I'm sure all the gorgeous women out here, the men and the women, I'm sure somebody will call you up and offer help.
That'd be good. We're looking forward to that. So I hope Samina will be inundated with so many phone calls.
I'm sure, I'm hoping. Inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you so much for having me. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you for coming.
Take care. Okay.
Thank you for watching every night, everyone. I hope you have a good night. Bye. See you next week. Bye.